Hello. So hopefully you can see this okay. The lighting's not great in here today, but I saw a lot of questions about the peachy body and how does it look against the regular classic body? How does it pose? And I also did not see a lot of videos on YouTube or anywhere that I was searching, at least, that compared the two. And this is my first time getting the peachy. I got three. The three tones that they had in currently. So I got the coffee, tea, and I also got the cinnamon. And as you can see, I already put together the coffee one and put a different bust on her. So I think the first thing that I will do is just show you guys how I put her together. As you can see, she is pretty fleshy here, plump. There's the butt difference, and there's that, how they say there's a gap when you bend it a certain way, but I guess if you don't bend her in a weird position or if you have clothes on her, you shouldn't see that. But let's put one together. So since I'm gonna compare her against just the regular classic cinnamon body from Survivor, we'll use the cinnamon one. So it comes in 2 bags. So you're gonna get the actual torso, the bottom leg part, and then you're gonna get the arms and legs in a separate bag. All right. And so I'm just gonna take these out. So let's do a quick look, shall we? So looking at her body, Survivor's body against, I mean, I don't see that much of a difference. They look pretty similar to me in shape. And then we'll get out the pieces. They also include another set of hands in here, so if you already have hands and you want to swap a body, you're going to get an extra set. The other thing too, that one of the big selling points is that you can fit a credit card between the cheeks of the peachy body. So it's a little bit more defined. So that's the difference you're going to see on the back. The booty looks a little bit plumper. But yeah, that's pretty much the only difference, other than I think how they feel to the touch so far. When you're looking at this torso here, this torso is going to be more fleshy, and your regular classic is like a harder shell torso. And same, the legs harder, and these are fleshy. And just feeling the legs here, this leg fleshy, her leg here hard, foot hard. Trying to see the difference. Yeah, you know what, the foot, you can tell it is a little bit fleshy. It's not that much of a difference, honestly, but you can tell it's a little bit fleshier than what you get on the classic. All right, so putting this baby together. I thought it was gonna actually be much harder than it was, but it was fairly easy. So we're gonna have to swap a chest down on her. Push up bra chests. So we're gonna put that on and then just like squeeze it down so you see your full neck peg there. So you have the bust part on her. And then we're gonna wanna put her arms on. And just same way you do it with a regular classic body. You go in there, you find those openings, put the peg in one side, put the peg in the other side. Give it a good push. All right, it's in. And I thought the legs would be more difficult to put on, but they were actually not that hard at all. So what I did with the other one, I just took a look in here to see where the peg holes are. Make sure the peg hole lines up. And then I pushed it in. See now how this one seems to be giving me a little bit more trouble. Oh, there we go. Yep. So just make sure the knee part doesn't bend in there when you're trying to put it in. All right, I found the hole. Yeah, that right there seems to be what you got to pay attention to. Don't let that bunch up. Okay. Now, so the body's together. Now, what I wanted to do is see what is the difference posability-wise. Just so she doesn't look crazy, let's put some hands on her. Like so. All right, so she's got some hands. All right. So, keep in mind, so the one with the coffee bust, that's the Peachy, and then this Survivor, that's the classic, just the regular body. All right, so now we know it's a classic. You can't really do too much with the legs. You can bring them up like this. If you sit them, it has to be on something of just the right height, or you have to extend the legs out a little bit. And she can sit. She can do, if you all are familiar with that pose, that's a go-to if you don't want her to be as tall, depending on what type of shelf you have. Can we go any further back than that? No. It's about as far back as we can go. And if we're putting her legs straight up, we can't really do too much with her other than that. All right, so there's that body. Now, when we look at her counterpart in Peachy, so let's see how far she can bend up. So she can do that pose there. Oh, look. Ooh. Ooh, she can get her legs up pretty high. I don't know what kind of pose you're doing with that, but you can do one of these. If you want her to sit on the side of something. So that's a little bit different. Oh, when you do that, just as an FYI, when they talk about the butt looking a little bit weird without the clothes on, you can see that gap there when she's in that position. Let's go backwards. So as we know, the classic body, like we were seeing, really could only do that kind of stance like this at the most. But for her, let's see how far we can get it bent up. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, she can actually bend pretty far. Her butt's gonna look a little bit weird at the seam lines, but yeah, she can definitely pose up a little bit better there. So maybe, I think with this one, you know, if she was doing like a, kind of like a lean or something like this. And there's another thing. You have to be careful, it looks like, when you move it, because see how this will go, that has gone in. So you have to turn it back the right way. So I guess you just have to be a little bit more careful with the Peachy. See, like, look, this part came out again. So when you're bending them, don't go all crazy like I am right now. I'm bending her. So arm wise, let's see. So let's see what Survivor can do first of all. So she can do out. She can do, of course, the back like that. She can go up. And then, of course, we know she can bend her elbows, and she can bend it pretty far up. This part will pop out, but still you can pretty far up. If you have her arms covered, it's not quite a big deal. So that's about all you're getting with her. All right, so let's see if this is any different here with the Peach. Yeah, see how you have to be, oh yes, very careful with it because it will pop out weird. Okay. So now let's at least sit her down here and we'll see what she can do different. Arm wise, hopefully I'm getting a good view of this. Okay, so yes, she can do, of course, the regular moves. Out to the sides. It's about the same. Let's see. I think it's the way I'm moving her arms around. She can go. I mean, it doesn't really seem too. Oh, I see what it is. How far can they go up? That's the question. Can they go up farther? So she could do over her head like that. Okay, so yeah, this is, I think, the biggest difference. This is as far as you can get. And if you're doing the Peachy, it looks like you can go a little bit more of a range, but you can't go any farther than here with the forearm. So that's the difference you're getting there. I know she's starting to look all goofy now because I've been putting her in all kinds of directions. So yeah. And so compatibility wise, obviously since she doesn't come with the bust, she can wear any of the busts that the classic girls wear. Leg wise, I assume you can switch out the legs. And the arms, because I do want to keep this arm but put it on her body. So kind of wondering, let's try one. All right, so this is the peachy arm I'm taking off. And this is the classic. Okay. So, I now have the peachy body and a classic arm. And so, I'm just going to go ahead and find that armhole and snap it in. Yeah. So it looks like it's compatible there. Leg-wise, I assume it will be the same thing. I kind of don't want to take her whole thigh off, but let's do a feet test. Let's do a foot test at least. Okay. So peachy foot off. And okay, here's a classic foot. They feel very similar. But yeah, here's the difference. You can move the toes of the peachy foot. The classic foot, you cannot. It's kind of like how the hands are. Like you can move the hands, but you know, they're just like the regular hands. And then, so I'm just gonna find the peg in there like I usually do. And let's try to push it in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so peachy foot, regular foot. So yeah, they're compatible as well. All right. So, is it worth the money? That is what you're gonna ask me. Oh, here's another thing I just noticed. When she sits, that's actually kind of cute. I don't know if you can see it. But when she sits down like this, it looks like she has like a little pooch right here. That's cute. Because the way it pops up. And of course, with her regular classic body, it's going to stay like that. So, yeah. I think you just have to be kind of careful with moving her. I wanted her because I wanted to be able to fit my girls in a, like, all in a smaller shelf. And I kind of wanted them to be able to kind of sit, like, across a little better. So, I will see how that looks in the end. And also because I wanted them to have a summer bod. Because I'm going to put them in their bikinis for the summertime. So I just kind of wanted to have like a more natural looking body as possible. I would say they are very similar. I would also say if you get the peachy, probably keep the classic as well, because I think maybe the peachy is like a little bit, to me it seems like it'd be more fragile and difficult to take with you if you're going places. If you're somebody that brings your dolls places, and me, I just kind of keep them at home and put them in cabinets so I can look at them. But, yeah, so her feet will go back like that too. Is that any different than the regular girl? I'm just testing everything out here. It's about the same, right? Yeah. So I guess I would say it's your preference. I really wish that they would kind of let you pick when you order from Danny what kind of body you wanted, so you didn't have to kind of pay so much extra for an additional body. Like maybe there was an option to pay more to get the peachy body if you did want it. But I think I'm going to keep both bodies. And I have a bunch of extra busts now, obviously, because I have my regular classic busts, and I got some new busts for all the girls, so I'll sell those. But yeah, the hands are additional, so I'll sell those too, since it came with another set of hands. But that's a wrap, guys. That's the difference. A little bit of a difference. Definitely more posability. Has a nice feel to it. Is it worth it to you? I don't know. That's your decision, man. Thanks for watching.